4 candidates got votes at all for having won the debate, anywhere from 2 to 7 votes. That's just a quick snapshot. But look, Asa Hutchinson won't be back. Burgum won't be back. Will Christie or Pence be back? I mean, sure, they can raise money and so forth, but are they really doing themselves any favors? Look, I don't believe any of those people are going to be president. Am I wrong?
Well, we could very well be looking at one of the future presidents on that stage last night. And what I was really pleased to see were the actual policy exchanges between the candidates. And yes, it got quite heated. But one moment that for me made my night was that when the moderator asked the candidates by a show of hands to say, who here will signify that they believe in a human-caused climate crisis, not a single candidate on that stage raised that hand. And I think that is a positive, because when it comes to our economic future, one of the most dangerous threats to our economic prosperity are those on the left and the right that are trying to convince us that we need to take dramatic action to counter this so-called climate threat. It is devastating Europe, those types of Green New Deal policies, and we need to see Republicans and hopefully a few sane Democrats join together and say, no, we're not going to have any of that here. And I think each one of those candidates deserves a round of applause for refusing to acknowledge this so-called human-caused climate crisis.
Well, and that part I agree with you, Joel. No question about that. Germany, France, Italy, all backing away from the Green New Deal, or the Green New disaster, as I like to refer to it, as it tries to undercut and destroy American energy, and so far has been reasonably successful. But back to the people on stage there. It's possible that somebody there could rise to be president today. I don't believe it'll be this cycle because, look, unless something changes dramatically, Donald Trump, 231 million views as of just a few moments ago. Tucker and Trump have the most watched interview in world history, Joel. The counter-programming that the people on MSNBC said no we were going to watch, wrong answer. 231 million and counting as we sit here. I mean, that's no small thing.
Well, look, a lot of people tuned into the debates last night, and I know you're referencing the impressions of the interview between Tucker and the former president. And of course, those impressions, it's hard to know how much was actually watched. But I think the most important thing is that we are beginning to see a real discussion on policy. Now, what I would have liked to see a bit more of last night was a discussion about economics and how we're going to actually get our federal spending under control. I think we have a rare opportunity to communicate with the public because people are experiencing the pain of inflation. And we just need to have everyone understand that, look, we have this inflation because both Democrats and Republicans got together and passed trillions of dollars worth of spending throughout COVID, and then in the Biden administration, financed by the Federal Reserve printing presses. We have a rare opportunity to actually get the public on board with putting in place spending reforms. And I was pleased that Nikki Haley, for instance, actually opened up her remarks by actually referencing the spending problem. But what we need to hear are actual solutions in addition to recognizing the problem.